Hello everyone, and welcome to my B&B Gossips update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Will Sheila murder Taylor? According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, this ticking time bomb will eventually explode. And by that, we mean Sheila Carter and the rage she will let loose on everyone as soon as she discovers her husband has been unfaithful. In fact, Sheila approached Taylor Hayes during the most recent episode of the soap opera and informed her that she didn't have a sexual relationship with Deacon. What an awkward situation, huh? Taylor quickly explained to Deacon that despite their love for one another, he must be faithful to Sheila and their marriage. Deacon turned around at that point and instructed Sheila to go upstairs and dress sensually so they could have sex. However, Deacon was undoubtedly thinking about Taylor the whole time he was having sex with Sheila. It's inevitable that someone will be harmed, and it will probably be Taylor. Fans obviously had a lot to say regarding potential future directions for this plot. If Sheila kills Taylor, we'll never have to watch the boring triangle with Ridge and Brooke again, and that's a plus, said one commenter. I am aware that Sheila is insane, but does that mean that everyone must avoid her? There are enough people in that town who despise Sheila to take care of her permanently. In any case, I think Sheila keeps the tension on the show going. This is similar to the bully that no one wants to face, so why don't they band together? The only reason I'm still watching this stupid show is to have a front row seat to Sheila unleashing her eight-toed fury on Taylor, Deacon, and the entire Forrester clan. Dylan confesses to Will. Deacon sneaks to see Taylor, was another remark. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that Deacon Sharp makes a cunning plan to spend time with Taylor Hayes, while Dylan will deliver some significant news to Will Spencer. Dylan simply drew Will into a kiss at the beach home. Will returned the kiss and appeared to enjoy it, despite his initial hesitation. Dylan may have the opportunity to reveal that she has been wanting to do that for some time if Will acknowledges that it was pleasant on the episode. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Dylan will undoubtedly tell Will something. Thus it makes likely that she will realize her affections beyond friendship. Given the recent kiss, those feelings ought to be very clear, but Dylan might want to be honest with Will about her developing love for him. Will and Dylan have a close relationship, and Dylan might question if Will feels the same way. Will may reassure Dylan that he does, but he might put a little break on any potential romance between them. Will may claim that he doesn't want Dylan to feel like a rebound, because he's still working on getting over Electra Forrester. Dylan might assure her that she doesn't feel taken advantage of, and advise them to follow this spark. He will encourage Deacon to follow his heart once more with Deke Sharp. Despite all the dangers, Deacon's heart is drawn to Taylor, and he will soon approach her at her workplace. Sheila Sharp will continue to rave about her incredible evening with Deacon before that occurs, and she will be grateful for whatever Taylor did to persuade him to get back into bed with her. Sheila is unaware that Deacon has been fantasizing about her the entire time, but Taylor is aware because Deacon told her outright that's what he would do. Deacon would soon find Taylor by himself, confirming that she was the only thing on his mind while he was flirting with Sheila. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, the plot to end their romance won't work out since Taylor and Deacon will have another significant makeout session. Carter suspects trouble, Ivy's issue, and Steffi's warning signs. According to teasers for the upcoming week of The Bold and the Beautiful, Carter Walton believes that something is amiss, and Steffi Forrester Finnegan may hear some warning signs. Here's what B&B watchers should anticipate, as Ivy Forrester will also have a persistent problem to cope with. To begin with, Ivy might have more difficulty keeping Daphne Rose silent. Daphne will continue to be tempted to tell Electra Forrester the truth about her aunt's deception and the missing letter. Ivy can counter that RJ Forrester is a far better fit for Electra, and advise Daphne to make her own determination. Ivy might advise Daphne to let Electra and RJ be happy together if she sees a genuine bond growing between them. Ivy can encourage Daphne to realize that everything is going well as Dylan, and Will Spencer will also strengthen their relationship. Carter might sense that something is bothering Daphne since she will think about coming clean nevertheless. Since Carter and his new wife get along well, he might think Daphne has a secret and urge her to confide in him. Regarding Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp, they simply cannot resist their intense attraction to one another. Although it appears that Deacon and Taylor will undress for their first passionate meeting, it is unlikely to be their last. This might result in Taylor and Deacon spending some time together covertly, But will Steffi see any red flags? Already tense, Steffi might begin to suspect that Taylor is cheating on her with Deacon. Steffi might eventually catch Deacon and Taylor undressed for a sultry encounter. If that occurs, Steffi may decide to follow through on her promise to sever ties with Taylor. In any event, if Taylor and Deacon continue to give in to temptation, they will undoubtedly be taking some significant risks. This is particularly relevant because Deacon and Taylor are unable to conceal their emotions from Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, indefinitely. Sheila may not be aware of this double betrayal at the moment, but one day she will discover it and become completely insane. Katie Logan Spencer will need to make some crucial decisions regarding Logan's future in the interim. Will Katie choose to let Eric Forrester's ideas go? Or will she follow Bill Spencer's advice and fight to keep them? Will Katie start a new team to guide Logan into the future? Or will she completely give up on her fashion house? In any case, spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that viewers will witness some bold actions, shocking revelations, and intense confrontations, so keep an eye out. Sheila confronts Taylor after Will kisses her and Hope steps in. This is a recap of The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Spencer receives a kiss in today's episode? I hope Logan Spencer keeps putting pressure on her dad. Additionally, Taylor Hayes is confronted by Sheila Carter Sharp. While Deacon Sharp is doing Sheila, he is having fantasies about Taylor. Then, rather than cuddling, Deacon gets dressed. Sheila hopes he won't leave quite yet. That was incredible. Taylor considers Deacon in the interim. Sheila shows up out of nowhere. The waitress says they must have a conversation. Sheila is aware that Taylor was at the restaurant with Deacon. She was informed by one of the servers. Deke Sharp's contention that everyone despises her is absurd. Taylor becomes combative. Sheila claims that her behavior is startling. When Sheila approaches, Taylor reaches for a letter opener. Abruptly, Sheila gives her a hug. It was amazing how passionately Deacon gave her. Taylor is horrified by Sheila's attention to detail. Sheila says Taylor to continue doing anything she said to Deacon. An intern and the new receptionist try to win Hope over at the design office. In reality, the girls are trying to find Will. They've noticed that Electra Forrester isn't as attached to him as she usually is. Will is missed. RJ Forrester walks in and tells them that Will is still employed there. The girls rave about RJ's attractiveness. The girls leave after Hope tells them that they have work to accomplish. Deacon shows up. Hope begins bombarding him with inquiries concerning Taylor. They discuss whether Sheila has truly changed. Deacon simply states that it's difficult. Hope believes he's outgrown Sheila. Now Taylor is the one who brings him joy. Deacon wishes their conversations weren't filled with romantic intrusions. Deacon clarifies that Taylor persuaded him to recommit to Sheila. So he did. Melissa Dillon giggles while watching Will in the shower outside the beach home, according to The Bold and the Beautiful recaps. He has a towel from Dillon. Will is unable to release any tension. Dillon has a notion. She brings him a disgusting drink. He says he feels lighter. Dillon wants to share a secret with Will. It seems that she made his favorite clothing smaller. They are infatuated with one another. They think of each other as gifts. Dillon is skilled at cheering him up. Can't they give in to their impulses if RJ and Electra can? Will receives a kiss from Dillon. In a young adult plot, Electra is behaving like a teenager. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Electra Forrester is still acting like a whiny child. And many people are simply fed up. This is because when they see Electra on the canvas, a lot of people turn off the soap instead of leaving it on. Naturally, this is because, despite the character's advanced age, they perceive her as acting like a teen in a young adult narrative. To put it another way, she is, to put it mildly, lacking in maturity. The reason for this is because Electra behaves more like a high school student than a young adult. Someone has already put an end to it, right? Despite the fact that The Bold and the Beautiful features many strong female characters, it appears like the writers are simply misguiding this heroine. Fans obviously had a lot to say about the issue on social media. She pouts and reacts, "I believe she was in high school and it's kinda creepy to have two grown men vying for her." Other commenters even said, "In my opinion, Electra is not mature enough for a true adult relationship and is sophomoric in every way. Because the character is ill-equipped to handle the emotions regardless of her calendar age," noted another critic. It is comparable to young males dating or showing interest in junior high school girls. From the beginning, Ivy was the one who wanted all the juicy details of her and Will together since they were so eerie. The cooled feud between Steffi and Hope is rekindling. Deke's contract as a Hope for the Future designer was not renewed by Forrester Creations a few months ago. He hasn't obtained employment in his field throughout that period. Hope is beginning to feel the effects of it. She considers the injustice of his departure as a result of her unhappiness with his stagnant career. Steffi has the authority to choose who works for the company as co-CEO, but Hope is still upset that she had to fire her own brother. Their argument concerning their parents was influenced by her thoughts on the subject. The two were debating the risky ramifications of Taylor having an affair with Deacon rather than business. However, Hope didn't hold back when she told Steffi that she was sick of being told what to do, since she insisted that she cease attempting to persuade her father to pursue the relationship. Hope has alleged that Steffi has repeatedly harassed her. There have been many standoffs in their past, usually involving Finn, Liam Brooke, or HFTF. Furthermore, even though Steffi has a history of bullying, it isn't bullying when she makes it plain what she won't put up with regarding Taylor. For Hope, though, it's just another reason to comply and follow instructions. This pattern has worn Hope out. Hope refused to back down from Steffi. The demand that she and Deke cease pressuring their father to abandon Sheila for Taylor was met with resistance. At least not until Steffi agrees to her demands. If Steffi stopped discouraging Taylor, they wouldn't try to convince Deacon either. Steffi had stated that as long as her mother wasn't involved, she didn't mind if Deacon got divorced. Hope's argument appeared to be accepted by Steffi, but it's unlikely that their accord would stand. Hope doesn't want to think about the threat, but Steffi fears Sheila will harm her mother. She questioned Steffi about why she could only envision the worst. She had to be reminded by Steffi that she had experienced it. Sheila shot Finn and Steffi, leaving them for dead. Although she has now expressed regret and made an effort to make things right, Steffi will never be able to trust her. Deacon will be encouraged to depart if he tells his kids that he no longer sees a future with Sheila, and that he wants Taylor. They will probably support a potential future with Taylor. Conversely, if Taylor tells Steffi that she can no longer resist Deacon, she will work hard to prevent their romance from developing. Taylor will be cut off from her family if she doesn't comply with her ultimatum. In either case, Hope and Steffi would be at conflict again. Although Hope and Steffi are on thin ice with one another, their truce is still in effect for the time being. Sheila threatening or hurting Taylor because of Deacon, particularly if Hope supported their union. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.